Listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to say could change the way you look at your life right now. You may be feeling like everything has gone against you, like the weight of the world is pressing down on your shoulders. And no matter how hard you try, you keep falling down. But here's the truth you need to hear. Falling down is not the end, and failure does not define you. Because the God who created you has not finished his work in you. That's why you need to rise again. Yes, you heard me right, rise again. Even if you've been knocked down 100 times, even if your heart is tired, even if people walked away from you, even if your dreams look shattered, this is not the end of your story. God is still writing. Think about it. Every single person who ever did something great had moments where they thought they were done. They faced rejection, heartbreak, loss, and sometimes even betrayal. But the reason their story turned around was because they refused to stay down. They got up one more time. And that's what you need to do. You need to stand up, wipe the tears, shake off the dust, and believe that God still has more for you. Because the Bible says, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Did you catch that? It doesn't say God might finish what he started. It says he will. That means your current pain, your current weakness, your current battle, it's not the final chapter. I know right now, maybe you feel like you've lost too much. Maybe you lost relationships you thought would last forever. Maybe you lost opportunities you thought were yours. Maybe you even lost the passion and fire you once had inside. And maybe you feel like you can't rise again because too much has been broken. But let me remind you of something. God is in the business of resurrection. He brings life out of death. He brings beauty out of ashes. He turns graves into gardens. So if you're breathing today, it means there is still purpose in your life. You may feel crushed, but you are not destroyed. You may feel weak, but his strength is being perfected in you. Let me tell you a secret that the enemy doesn't want you to know. The very fact that you are struggling, the very fact that you feel resistance, the very fact that you feel like giving up, that's proof that something powerful is ahead. Because the enemy doesn't fight what doesn't threaten him. If you weren't carrying something valuable, if your future didn't matter, if your calling wasn't real, the enemy wouldn't be attacking you so hard. But the attacks are a confirmation that your destiny is real. And you cannot quit here. You cannot let the enemy win by staying down. You must rise again. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I've failed too many times. I don't see the way forward. But listen to me, your feelings don't have the final say. God does. And God says, you are chosen, you are loved, you are redeemed, you are called, and you are equipped. God says his grace is sufficient for you. God says he has plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So stop letting your circumstances dictate your destiny. Stop letting your past failures chain you down. Stop letting the lies of the enemy define your worth. You are more than your mistakes. You are more than your struggles. You are more than your disappointments. You are a child of God, and children of God always rise again. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but I've prayed and nothing has changed. I've believed and nothing happened. I've waited and I'm still waiting. And I get it. Waiting is hard. Waiting tests your faith. Waiting makes you wonder if God even hears you. But don't confuse God's silence with his absence. Just because he hasn't answered yet doesn't mean he won't. Sometimes God delays not to deny you, but to prepare you. Because he knows the right time. He knows when you'll be ready. He knows when the people around you will be ready. And when the time comes, no one and nothing can stop the blessing he has prepared for you. Let me give you an image. Imagine a seed planted deep in the ground. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. The soil covers it. It's dark. It's hidden. No one sees it. But inside, beneath the soil, something powerful is happening. The roots are growing. The seed is preparing to break through. And when the right time comes, it rises up and becomes a tree. That's you right now. You may feel hidden, you may feel overlooked, you may feel buried, but in reality, you are being planted, not buried. God is strengthening your roots. God is preparing you for growth, and when the season shifts, you will rise again, stronger than before. And maybe, just maybe, this time when you rise, you won't rise the same. You'll rise wiser, you'll rise stronger. You'll rise more grateful. You'll rise with a deeper faith. You'll rise with a clearer vision. You'll rise with a testimony that will inspire others, because your pain is not wasted. Your tears are not wasted. Your struggles are not wasted. God uses it all. And one day you'll look back and realize that the very thing you thought would break you actually made you. The very storm you thought would destroy you actually shaped you. And the very valley you thought you'd never get out of actually led you to the mountain. So let me ask you, are you ready to rise again? Are you ready to stop letting your failures hold you hostage? Are you ready to stop replaying the pain of yesterday and start believing in the hope of tomorrow? Are you ready to let God lift you, strengthen you, and carry you forward? Because your future is not behind you, it's ahead. And every time you choose to rise, you step closer to the life God has promised you. Life has a way of knocking us down when we least expect it. Sometimes it's the betrayal of a friend, sometimes the rejection of a dream, sometimes the sickness that changes everything, and sometimes it's a silence when you prayed but heard nothing. In those moments, it feels like you're finished, like you've lost your strength. But hear this, those are the moments when God whispers, "Child, I'm not done with you yet. Get up, rise again." Your story isn't over just because you hit rock bottom. Sometimes God lets you hit the bottom so you'll discover that He is the rock at the bottom. Stand on His promises, because your strength may run out, but His never will. Think of Peter. He failed, denied Jesus 3 times, but Jesus restored him, and Peter rose again to lead thousands. Think of Job. He lost everything, but God restored him double. Think of Joseph, betrayed, imprisoned, forgotten, but God lifted him from the pit to the palace. And think of Jesus, crucified, buried, sealed in a tomb, but 3 days later He rose again. And because He rose, you can rise too. Friend, maybe you're facing depression, heartbreak, financial struggles, or voices telling you you'll never be enough. But God has given you the strength to rise. And when you rise, something shifts, the enemy trembles, your family sees hope, and heaven rejoices. So let me ask, do you really believe God brought you this far to leave you now? No, you're still breathing because your purpose is alive. You're still standing because your story is still being written. Don't you dare give up. Picture this, you've fallen flat, tired and bleeding, and then you hear His voice, "My child, rise again." That's God's call to you. And rising isn't just for you. Your children are watching, your friends are watching, strangers are watching. When you rise, you show others that they can rise too. Yes, you've been hurt, broken, and tired, but this is your moment. Declare it. I may have fallen, but I'm not finished. I may have cried, but I'm not crushed. I am rising again by the grace of God. Rise with faith. Rise with courage. Rise with your eyes fixed not on the past, but on the future. Every scar proves you survived. Every tear proves you still care. Every failure proves you tried. And every time you rise, heaven calls it victory. So today, shake off the dust. Lift your head and say with all your heart, "I will rise again because my God is not finished with me yet." Your story is not over. The pen is still in God's hands. And when He writes victory, redemption, and hope. Don't quit now. Don't stay down. Rise again, because the best is yet to come, and your ending will be greater than your beginning.